In today's workshop, we are going to cover the cybersecurity and DevSecOps. As part of this workshop, you are going to learn about the way how you can get into the cybersecurity from any technical or non-technical domain or even for freshers. How do you want to start your career with cybersecurity? What is that you want to learn? And how HackerBook can support you to become an hacker, ethical hacker, or a cybersecurity engineer, pen tester. We have a lot of cybersecurity programs. Depending on your past experience, depending on your skill set, your interest, you can choose different technologies or specializations within cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is not a single course. Basically, there are a lot of streams within that cybersecurity. Like if you like programming, what is that you want to choose? Or if you like computer networks, what is that you want to choose? Or if you like mobile hacking or mobile technologies, what is that course you want to learn? Depending on that, you can choose your career path. Because as of now, most of you might be new to the ethical hacking or cybersecurity. We'll give you an overview of how to start with and what are the different trainings we have, different certifications we have, and live demo of one or two labs from each. So cybersecurity will have a demo for one or two, and DevSecOps, the complete overview and end-to-end pipeline creation and job. Basically, you should have heard DevOps. DevOps plus cybersecurity is called DevSecOps. We have a trainer uh, for cybersecurity. I'll be dealing the training for ethical hacking, SOC, and advanced CPENT and OSCP. For DevSecOps and cloud, we have external trainer. He also have around 12 to 14 years of experience. Okay, so let us get started. First, let me introduce myself and our institute, and later different training programs and when is the training we are going to start, about the trainers. All these details we'll go through first. Later, after giving some overview and details, I'll give you a chance to ask any of the questions. In whatever the doubts you have, we'll be able to clear your doubts or clarifications. Okay, fine then. First of all, to get started with our training institute, that is HackerBook Technologies, we have been into industry from last 4 years. Though we have just 4 years of training experience in cybersecurity, we have given a lot of jobs in the last 4 years, from freshers to 15, 20 years of experience students. And we have enabled a lot of trainings, certifications in the cybersecurity. So HackerBook is into trainings, and even we are partnered with some of the global certification boards to provide you some certifications like CH Cloud Security, CPENT. These are the ones which are we tied up, and we maybe like you can refer the website in case if you want to go through more details. And of course, we provide job assistance, counseling, job assistance. Coming to the agenda is, as I discussed, introduction, then cybersecurity, how it works, live demo of cybersecurity and DevSecOps, and any question and answers. Okay. And regarding the trainer for cybersecurity, and you have ethical hacking program, SOC analyst, and then CPENT and OSCP are there. Those are the certifications which I am going to take care. But if you see my certifications list, which I have finished from my end, these are the different list of certifications which I have done from my side. So, as a security engineer or a ethical hacker, it is always recommended that you have to do as many certifications as possible. You learn some concept, then you need to attend an exam which will justify that you are a certified hacker. That is the reason you need to take as many certifications as possible. Okay. Then coming to the trainer, it is me, Hari, and I have 14 years of experience as a cybersecurity architect. Then I used to take care of web web security, network security, mobile security, compliance, and along with that, I used to take care of some of the issues, incidents that was happening in the past, right? This is all about me, and of course, these are not so easy, just like the way how I listed here. It takes some time, it takes a lot of efforts to clear any of these certifications. CH will approximately take 3 to 4 months of preparation. ECSA, now it is not there. CPENT is there. 6 to 7 months of training is needed. And then CISSP, obviously, this requires 5 years of real-time knowledge in ethical hacking. Then cloud security, another 4 months of training. So I'm telling, like, if you are spending at least 4 hours per day, the average time it requires to clear some certifications. Okay. DevSecOps is newly introduced from last 2 years because there is a huge demand for this cybersecurity engineers with DevOps knowledge. That's how, like, we have introduced this program, and we have hired one of the trainer who is very good in DevOps and very good in cybersecurity. He is going to take care of this certification. Of course, from my end, I have cleared this as well. Then next, CA is basically instructor certification, and this one is very old, manual testing certification. Okay, fine then. And regarding the trainer of our DevSecOps, it is Sudhams. He has around 12 plus years of experience in industry, and he has done all these certifications related to the cybersecurity, DevOps, DevSecOps, and Red Hat Linux, Kubernetes, and he's a certified AWS Cloud Associate Architect as well. He's going to take care of DevSecOps and cloud security, which will be starting in the month of November and December. 1 month programs each, and to whom it is relevant, like how much experience is required, what is the prior experience, all those things we'll discuss it soon. Okay. Then, as you are starting newly in the cybersecurity, if not all, some of you are interested for the DevSecOps. I'll tell you, like, what are the course details that we are going to cover as part of this course. First, we'll start with cybersecurity, some demos, and then some Q&A. Later at 11 o'clock, I'll hand over to the DevSecOps. He will give you the real-time end-to-end flow of the DevSecOps process. Okay. Fine. And remember, this is a workshop. It is not just a demo. You are going to get a certificate of workshop completion certificate, which is which has some weightage when you are trying for jobs, or even like when you are trying to when you are trying to attend any certification programs, and you can extend your certification validity with the help of these kind of workshops. Hackerbook is a accredited training center. It is not just a training institute. We have partnered with the multiple certification boards to enable the skills, cybersecurity skills, and to provide the support for the process tooling for anything that is related to the cybersecurity to protect the interest of stakeholders. That's the reason the workshop certificate, whatever you are going to get, is valid. So to achieve that certification, workshop certificate, you have to be in the session from 10 to 12, because 1 hour cyber security, 1 hour DevSecOps, and we need your attendance to get you the certificate. Fine, guys. I may need another 3 minutes of time because we have reached 100 plus count. I have to enable for 100 plus count. So what we do in this next 3 minutes is you give your attendance. Along with the attendance, your name, mobile number, and email ID. To that email only you will get the workshop certificate. Why don't you guys share those details? I need your name. Let me share something. Post your name, mobile number, and email address. So that details will be coming only to me, not to all.
Can we send those details in the same chat window and then in this meeting?
Yes, yes. Share it in the chat. It will be directly to me, not to all. Okay.
Sir, can you please send a link, attendance link?
No, there is a no. This is not about the payment link. Actually, you can message in the chat.
Sir, can
We just need your name, mobile number, and email address to contact you further.
so where's the attendance link?
No attendance. You just message your name, phone number, and email in the chat. What's the
Okay.
yes, yes. Okay.
WhatsApp or this group here, this chat box.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, send in the mailbox only here. I'll send a WhatsApp group also.
Last 2 minutes. Last 2 minutes so that we can get into the technical details. I have started the recording, so no need to worry. We'll be sharing this workshop in the YouTube. From your end, just give your attendance and it will be done. And of course, those details will be only with the admin. That's our tech team. It will not be all. So your details will not be shared with anyone. How many of you are freshers in this? I mean to say,
Me,
fresh.
sir. I'm a fresher in cybersecurity, but I have 5 years of corporate experience.
Okay, okay, fine, guys.
I'm also freshers, sir.
Hold on. I'll take the details later. Let us go through some of the technical sessions now, technical details. Later, we'll discuss about the Q&A. Okay, and I would request in case if any of the freshers who are already into the training of cybersecurity with us, you guys can drop out. I mean to say, previous batch HackerBook students who are already trained from us and searching for the jobs, there is no need for you to attend the workshop. You guys can disconnect. Mainly like star batch, placement batch of freshers of HackerBook who are already finished the training. You guys are already done with the certification, so workshop is not needed. If you want, you can connect again at 11:30. As of now, there is some problem with our license count. That is the reason the freshers can disconnect. Anyhow, DevSecOps is for experienced candidates, not for the freshers. Freshers who are already trained in HackerBook can disconnect. Okay, fair enough. Fine then, absolutely the completely new batch. Okay, just I have asked our freshers placement people to disconnect so that others who are the experienced candidates into DevSecOps will get into the workshop. First, we'll start with what is that you are going to learn as part of the 2 months training program of cybersecurity. Assume like you don't have any knowledge in cybersecurity. You worked in a non-technical domain, or you are a fresher, you don't know anything about a cybersecurity. You are experienced, but you worked in development, you worked in testing, you worked on performance, you worked on DevOps, you worked on cloud. You don't have any knowledge about the cybersecurity, ethical hacking. Then where to start with, and whether that training details, whatever are covered, will be enough to crack the job or to sustain the job. The HackerBook training is enough or not. Those are the kind of discussions which we are going to start. I call it like job oriented program, be it a fresher or 5 years experience, 10 years experience. If you want to get into cybersecurity, first you have to learn mandatory the core essentials, I say core concepts of cybersecurity, which are mandatory. Those we do cover it as part of job oriented program. Okay, scroll down. So first thing is software engineering. before you become an ethical hacker, but first you have to learn about software culture. What do you mean by software culture? It is not about your personality, your attire. It is all about the process that is done inside a company, like how the meetings are scheduled, how to discuss with the client, or hold on. The screen is visible, right? All of you? Are you guys able to see the screen? Respond in the chat. Yes. In case of any challenges, you can disconnect and reconnect. Okay, fine. I saw a question. You guys can reply to all now. I have given permissions to respond to everyone. Okay, fine then. As part of software engineering, first you learn how to develop a program, how to design a program, how to test a program, how to deploy it, and how to handle the technical support. These are the things that will happen as part of software engineering. You try to enable the technical enablement, process enablement. You are going to learn as part of software engineering. These are mandatory. Though you are an ethical hacker or a hacker, we should know the process that will be there as part of every organization. Once that is done, you should learn about operating system basics. What are these operating system basics? Everyone knows Windows, right? Windows means like my computer. This is a Windows based operating system, right? My operating system is Windows 10, right? Okay, so most of you are familiar with Windows. You can play some games, you install some games, you install some softwares, you watch movies. Windows is user friendly, everyone will be able to perform any kind of tasks. But you need to go 1 inch deeper where you can learn about the process, performance, security, and the events logs within Windows. For example, tell me, where do you see the Windows logs? Anyone? Try to respond in the chat. Where do you see the Windows logs? Or you can make use of mic as well. Unmute and give me the answer. How do you see the Windows logs? Anyone?
In the event viewer, we can see Windows logs, everything.
Yes, perfect. Right? So some of you have responded event viewer.
Yes.
You have mentioned Windows event viewer. So how do you see that? There will be some shortcuts, or you can directly search Windows version. Win version. Event viewer is EVENT Some shortcuts, or you can directly search for event viewer. You open that and see what are the different logs are there. Windows logs. So within that, we have application logs. You are running some software, or there is some virus in your computer. It is trying to perform some malicious activities within your computer. Virus is good or bad for a computer?
It's always bad only.
Yes, of course, right? It is always bad. So normal users, they just know how to play games, how to do some kind of small applications. But as a security engineer, as a software engineer, or as an ethical hacker, you should know how to debug a program, how to debug the application. Means you check some events, what are the different kinds of issues that are happening, who has logged in, who logged out, or if you want to check some application settings, how do you do that? What is a shortcut if you want to see the registry? Anyone? You can respond in the chat, or you can unmute and tell me. How do you see the registry?
Sir, DX dialog. Rigid.
Reg edit.
Yeah.
Registry editor. In short, we call it like reg edit. These are some of the OS basics. Like this, you have to learn about Windows. You have to learn about Linux. How many of you are familiar with Linux? Basic knowledge. Basic knowledge of Linux. What is the command to search from the command output? Say, for example, you are getting all the details of some, or else. What is the command to read the content of a file? Respond in the chat. Reply to all. Don't reply only to me. You have permissions to respond to all. Reply to all. What is the command to read the content of the file? Answer it one more time. Cat. Cat is a command to view the content of the file. Okay. What is the command if you want to run some program or run some command with admin permissions or root permissions? I want to run something as a admin user in Linux. We use sudo. What is the use of grep, grep? Some simple commands. Okay, basically it is used for search. Okay, last question. Can anyone tell me what is the use of passwd file? What does
Present directory.
passwd content consists of? It will store all the user details, password details, right? User ID, group ID, some details will be stored there. So fair enough. Anyhow, these are like some of the basics. This is not all about hacking, but if you want to learn hacking, you should learn about operating system. After learning operating system, say you want to hack a website. What kind of details or what kind of technologies you have to learn if you want to hack a website? Hacking is interesting, and it will not happen within minutes or within hours. It takes some time. First of all, you should have the technical knowledge. You should have the mindset of a hacker if you want to become a good ethical hacker. Compared to all different technologies, ethical hacking programs that are software jobs that are there in the market, I would say like ethical hacking is the only technical related job or technology where we may need to deal with the human's mindset. You need to understand how other person is thinking to make him to perform some activities where you can steal some data or steal something like username, password, or bank account details. Those are called phishing attacks basically. If I ask you like, okay, can you give me your banking account username and password, you will not give me. If I send you a link saying like, hey, clicking on this link will get you 1 lakh rupees. Out of 100 members, 30 members will click on it, right? So this kind of thinking should be there for hackers. Okay, there is a reason hacking is interesting, but you have to learn all the basics. Operating systems basics you have to learn, and computer networks you have to learn. Computer networks is mandatory because entire communication happens through the network. All the data will be stored in the servers, and from server to server, server to end user, or computer to computer, mobile to mobile, mobile to server. Everything, all the communication involves computer networks. You are going to learn about ports, protocols, different layers of communication, development model, all those things you are going to learn in computer networks. Web technologies. As I said, if you want to become a good website hacker, first you should learn about web technologies. There is no need for you to write a huge program, but you should understand that technology. What all those web technologies consist of? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are the core concepts of web technologies. Of course, there are like AngularJS, Node.js. Those are advanced front-end frameworks. Those are not required for us. If you are good with the basics, that is enough. These are all mandatory concepts which you have to learn as an ethical hacker. And again, I'm saying these are covered as part of our course. You can join the cybersecurity program with zero knowledge, no prerequisite. We are going to cover all these things as part of our training program. Once you learn all these basics, Then only we'll get into the cyber security basics, cyber security concepts, like what is meant by personal data, financial data, how to perform hacking, how to defend from hacking, what hacker will do, how to hide after doing the hacking. There are like a lot of tools are there. All those tools, basics, everything we are going to learn in the basics and advanced concepts of the labs. These cybersecurity basics will be like kind of a theoretical concepts where 30% of our training is in the theory, 70% of our training is into labs. We are going to give you the softwares that are required for this ethical hacking labs. Along with the softwares, we'll help you to set up the lab in your laptops and some open source tools. With the help of that, you can practice all these labs. Okay. So the ethical hacking program, it is also called penetration testing program, will be covered as part of job oriented program from HackerBook Technologies. This will go for 7 to 8 weeks, 2 months program, ethical hacking. And some of the advantages of taking training from HackerBook is recorded videos, software, we give it at free of cost, resume preparation, project and profile building. Means like after your training, you need to prepare the resume. Someone should help you, right? Or else without experience, you cannot come up with a good resume. Job assistance. Job assistance is basically the counseling, guidance. It is not like, okay, you just go and sit for the interview, our guys will manage and give you the job. That is not the case now. Things have been changed. You have to prepare these cybersecurity basics and labs. Whatever are the real-time work you are supposed to do after you get a job, we are going to cover as part of this job-oriented program. You can work from day one of your job if you are perfect in these 6 concepts. Okay. So we guide you for the job. Then finally, interview question and answers. We'll share you some of the commonly asked interview questions and answers. 90% of your interviews are from these interview questions and answers. It all depends on how you are prepared and how you are trying to improve your ethical hacking skills from day by day. This program is going to start from November 13th, Wednesday, and I'll be the trainer for this. Freshers, interns, experienced candidates, those who are new to the cybersecurity can get enrolled for this program. 2 months program, and it is going to start from Wednesday 13th. And DevSecOps will start from 5th, that is day after tomorrow. Anyhow, DevSecOps details will be given by the other trainer, Sudhams. Of course, nowadays, right, when it comes to the recruitment, assume like you are doing a job change or you are looking for a new job. Learning skills is one category. Again, selling your profile in the sense, how do you impress your profile to the recruiters or the employers or the organizations is your certifications. The certification is needed, is it mandatory? That will not exactly needed, I say, but for the recruiters, just to shortlist your profile, these certifications are needed. And also, like without taking the interview for you, to assess your skills, to assess your knowledge, these certifications are needed. Of course, there are certifications from basics to advanced. Depending on the experience, we recommend these trainings and certifications. That we'll see it in the next slide. Okay. As of now, we have covered what is that you want to learn and what is that you are going to get as part of our ethical hacking program. We do have different certification programs that I'll tell you for whom it is relevant. Okay. As you can see it here, some of the certification programs are CH, Certified Ethical Hacker. The concepts of CH are covered here as part of job-oriented program. DevSecOps is for the experienced candidates. SOC Analyst, Certified SOC Analyst. Nowadays, this is also one of the program for freshers. Ethical Hacking program plus SOC Analyst program. These are required for freshers. DevSecOps, cloud security, source code analysis, mobile security, SIP and OSCP. These are for experienced candidates. So to which experience, what are the skills that are required, what programs you need to enable? That we have it in the next slide. These are for the most of the cases. There will be few cases, they may not go as per this chart. But in most of the cases, from HackerBook, we recommend this. If you're trying for a job as a fresher to 2.5 years of experience, we recommend this job-oriented program that is called Ethical Hacking Program. Along with that, SOC Analyst. Freshers to 2.5 years experience, if you want to utilize most of the interviews in the market, you need to go through these training programs. Okay, job oriented program plus SOC Analyst, and one certification we recommend, and again it is up to you whether to do it or not. CH, Certified Ethical Hacker, or Certified SOC Analyst. Technical concepts are covered here. If you want to write some exam, you need to pay the exam fees or certification fees and attend the exam. But from HackerBook, we'll give you the technical training for all these trainings and certifications. Assume like you have 3 years of experience, 3 to 5 years of experience. What is that you want to learn? Job-oriented program is mandatory because without this, you cannot proceed in the cyber security. Okay. Then along with this, one specialization holds good. Any kind of specialization after this job-oriented program, because just with one training program, most of the freshers will be ready. 2 years are ready. 3 to 5 years experience if you have, and assume like you worked in the cloud earlier or you worked in the development, then you may choose any of the certification based on your past experience. Earlier you are a cloud admin. Now we recommend ethical hacking plus cloud security program. Or earlier you worked as a developer where you have some good knowledge in programming. Now you want to continue your programming skills and also you want to learn about hacking. We recommend ethical hacking program plus source code analysis. Why mobile security has come into the source code analysis? In fact, if you want to hack a mobile or if you want to be good at mobile security, you require some basic programming knowledge. These two goes together, mobile security and source code analysis. Of course, in our JOP also, I do cover some basics about each. But in case if you want detailed course, all these are like 1 month programs. Okay. So job-oriented program plus 1 or 2 certifications will be good for 3 to 5 years of experience. 2 or more certifications. Assume like you have 5+ years of experience into some other domain or same domain. For those people, JOP is common again, job-oriented training program. Along with that, you may choose any one of these second level specialization like DevSecOps, Cloud, SOC, or source code analysis, and some advanced programs. These are little tough, not little, basically tough. CPENT or OSCP. If you want to become an advanced hacker, complete cyber security hacker, where no one are going to question about you. The moment I give you some target as a mobile, target as a website, target as a server, 90% you will achieve the hacking of that target if you hold any of these two, CPENT or OSCP. What is the process? You see all these certifications, CH, SOC, Cloud, Case, Mobile, ECD, all these are multiple choice questions. If you go for the exam, there will be like 100 or 125 questions. All are MCQs. You may choose one out of those 4, like A, B, C, D. A is the correct answer, C is the correct answer, like that. But in case of CPENT and OSCP, it is not like that. It is not MCQs, no multiple choice questions. They'll give you the server, or they'll give you one machine, or they'll give you the mobile. You have to hack it. Then only you'll pass the CPENT or OSCP certification. This we recommend after you finish JOP or any one specialization. Okay. Basically, these two will have 24 hours of lab. Within that 24 hours of lab, you need to crack 5 to 6 machines or 6 targets. That is a criteria to achieve the certifications of CPENT or OSCP. These two certifications from HackerBook, we are starting the second batch in January. Now, November and December, job-oriented program and DevSecOps we are starting in November. December, cloud we are starting. January, we are starting with OSCP and CPENT. That's it. SOC will be like offline for freshers. That immediately any fresher can join immediately for the freshers training, offline training. For other members, experienced candidates 3 to 5 plus, it is online training program. November 3rd we are going to start. Okay, yeah. And everyone knows what does the hackers do. Hackers try to steal some data, personal data, financial data, by compromising the target. And of course there are some security principles are there, some of the basics which we have to learn. So before we get into that, I'll give you some 5 minutes of time. In case if anyone of you have any questions or doubts so far, we'll try to do 1 or 2 labs now after this Q&A of cybersecurity. Rest of the other courses we'll discuss. Any doubts, any questions so far, all of you? Either you can respond in the chat or you can make use of mic. One after another, go ahead. Well, first question is about fee structure. Job-oriented training program is 20,000. SOC Unleashed is 20,000. But these certification programs comes with certification. Training comes certification. DevSecOps, Cloud, SOC, Case, all these certifications are coming at, in general, those are charged at 40,000. Now you guys are getting at 28 plus tax. The specializations are with discount that are there for another 10-15 days. Without discount, all these are charged at 40,000. These labs related certifications and programs, OSCP will cost you 2 lakhs altogether. 2 lakhs. CPENT will cost you 55,000. But to get into this, before you have to finish these 2 programs. One job-oriented program plus 1 specialization we recommend before you get into the CPENT or OSCP. One more question. Digital forensics will not be covered as part of this or not? No. The reason is forensic investigation is basically, that are more required in other countries coming to compared to India. Like US, Canada, and European countries, they need more these forensic investigation training courses. And in India now, like maybe the rules are not so strict to cover. That is a reason we don't have this digital forensic much in demand in India. If you learn about forensic investigation, maybe crime department and the governance department within India, they may hire you, but the payment is very less. Say, for example, you go to the police department or crime department. Say they are asking you to hack some mobile. You ask them 1 lakh or 2 lakhs, they'll give you 10,000. So things are still not so good because the rules are not so strict for digital forensic investigations, but it is good in other countries as of now. I see one more question from Siddharth. Is free certification valuable from Alison and Great Learn and Simply Learn valuable? Simply Learn. Guys, I'll tell you one simple and straightforward. Certifications are just for the recruiters. I'm clearly saying those are for recruiters and for clients. To assess your knowledge, to assess your skills, it is completely based on the technical interview and based on any kind of labs. So certification, if I give you plain certification from HackerBook, okay, cybersecurity course completion certificate from HackerBook, it will not have much weightage compared to the global certification. Global certifications like ECH, Certified Ethical Hacker, is not from us, it is from EC Council. Or OSCP is from Offensive Security. Those kind of certifications have the weightage. Other certifications, even if you are doing around 10, 15 certifications from Udemy, Simply Learn, those will not have any weightage. If you want to check real time, we can go to the Google, not Google, Naukri, check CEH. They clearly mention CEH from EC Council, OSCP from Offensive Security, like that. Okay. Someone asking my
I
LinkedIn
have a quick
profile.
question.
Okay, staff will post you my LinkedIn profile in the WhatsApp group. Okay, fine. Or you can search for Hari Subbara LinkedIn. You will be able to get. Let me answer some of the questions.
Yeah, I had a quick question. Like, if the job posting is like penetration testing or the security testing, so which course is more suitable?
That is the JOP. So in JOP, ethical hacking is nothing but penetration testing. Security engineer is going to perform the penetration testing. So
Mhm.
yeah, we are going to learn about website security, network security, API security, and some basics of mobile security as part of this job-oriented training program. Course content we are going to share you. So
So now this program is like the combination of ethical hacking and DevSecOps, right? So, uh,
the workshop which you are attending now is like to give you an overview of what is that you are going to learn as part of ethical hacking and what is that you are going to learn now as part of DevSecOps. How does that work will be like? You should know like okay, what kind of tools are used. You get some kind of essence how it is. As part of DevSecOps, we'll give you the pipeline. We'll show you the pipeline creation, what kind of work the DevSecOps engineers do in the next 1 hour. But if you want to attain the complete program, then it is a 1 month program which will start from 5th. DevSecOps. Similar
yeah,
to ethical hacking, it is a 2 months
the
program.
Yeah, the question is like there is no difference with the ethical hacking and the DevSecOps. Both are the different programs, right?
Yes, yes. There is no dependency. In
Okay.
job-oriented program, you are going to learn some 10, 15 tools. Within that, 2 or 3 tools, what we do know, those tools we are going to use it in DevSecOps. That is the
Mhm.
only dependency. It is not much dependency there. And we almost go in parallel. Fifth we are studying DevSecOps, 13th we are studying JOP. For experienced candidates, these two are required.
Thanks. Yeah.
Sir, what does DevSecOps actually do?
DevSecOps. Okay, yeah, I got your question. Maybe we'll go through a live demonstration from the trainer after 15-20 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So now what the fees for the both ethical hacking and DevSecOps is how much? Like the fee
So
structure.
I would recommend job-oriented training program. This is 20,000. This
Mhm.
doesn't come with any certification. Okay, but here we have an advantage. Normally, the ECD DevSecOps. This is a training program. Additionally, you will get a certificate within this training program. Normally, it is charged at 45 plus tax, but now you are getting at 28 plus tax. Only for this batch, not for all. Like we have some special kits, means reserved kits, discounted price. That maybe you can contact the admin at this number, 5,000 number. There is a offer on this for the next 1 week.
Yeah. So DevSecOps is not included in that fees, right?
No, 20 plus 28,000.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Even for most of these trainings, no, when you are trying for a job, it is like assume like you got a job in the DevSecOps profile. 80% of your work will be in the cyber security. 20% of your work in the DevSecOps. When I say 20%, is not like every month they divide it. Maybe in the 6 months of time, you may get a requirement to work on this for a month. So they will hire you for the cyber security. But when there is a requirement for DevSecOps, you may have to contribute your time half a day on daily basis for DevSecOps along with ethical hacking program. DevSecOps team closely works with the DevOps team with a full knowledge on cybersecurity. That's how the DevSecOps profile will be. Okay. Okay. Let me see some more questions.
So DevSecOps doesn't need coding knowledge.
No, no need of coding. Basically, we integrate the tools of cybersecurity into the DevOps pipeline. That integration steps or scripts or any kind of process will you get it online. You get it from the vendor. No,
Okay.
but it good to have some basic programming knowledge. Minimum programming, like okay, what is meant by for loop, how it works. If you have that, it will make your work easier. Last 5 questions, then I'll show you some 1 or 2 labs of cyber security, how it will be. Okay, fine. Offline
Uh,
process, yeah, go ahead.
yes, I mean, like, you don't have like SOC analyst in the online,
SOC
only
analyst is
offline.
there online. The once we finish ethical hacking for 2 months,
Okay.
1 month of SOC analyst we will continue.
Okay, that's online, right? I mean, like, you'll be having online access for that.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
So do you have any internship in your hacker?
Yes, yes. Internship is there for freshers and also like who are doing the final year of your graduation. What we do, these 2 programs, JOP, SOC Analyst, 1 certification we recommend. And on finishing this, we'll make you to work on 1 real-time work, real-time project. And we'll help you to create the internship project report. All these things are covered. Those who are interested in the internship, message to the admin, they will explain you in detail. Okay. We do have students who are taken internship from the college when they are studying, and they got the job before they came out of the college. Offline classes available.
Which course is suitable for caretaker students?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which course is the gap?
No, your voice is breaking, Asha. Can you come again?
Yeah.
Yeah, your voice is not clear. Maybe you can repeat one last time. Fine, guys. There are some mic issues. Let me stop here. I'll just try to clarify the questions, some of the questions in the chat. I have 4 years of cyber security, not 4 years of career gap. Shall I do this course? Yes, of course. Yes. You can reach out to the offline, reach out to us offline. We'll help you how to build your career. Okay. Offline classes available for ethical hacking. That as of now, no. Okay. Offline classes are there for freshers. Maybe like when the freshers training is going on, I can include you to the offline. On a special request. What is the impact of AI in cybersecurity? Artificial intelligence will help the cybersecurity tools, not the other processes. Say, for example, I said some of the tools we are using in hacking. AI will improve the performance of the tools. Okay, it is not going to help to, say, for example, antivirus scanner is there. It will try to scan your computer for viruses. By including artificial intelligence, that will make its job still much secure and much more efficient. Is VAPT job training covered? Yes, of course. Ethical hacking is completely into VAPT. What is the cost of the DevSecOps? Just now I have discussed 28 plus tax in India. For other countries also, we'll let you know. I did DevOps training. Will it be helpful to learn DevSecOps without the real experience? Those who are done with the DevOps earlier, I would say like by taking cybersecurity program, and certification is actually required not to judge your technical skills, but just for the recruiters. Offline training is available, or do you have internship program is covered? What is the course fee of the SOC and CH? 20 plus 20. Is this total online? Only for freshers, we have the offline batch, guys. JOP, SOC analyst, and certification. This is there 4 to 5 evening hours for freshers. But in the morning hours, 7:30 to 9, I'm trying to cover this ethical hacking program, morning hours of IST. Siddharth has some question regarding the job in our institute. That will let you know whenever there are opportunities for us. We'll keep you updated. DevSecOps fee is 28,000 including the certification. Yes, of course. Training plus certification plus EC Council material all are included with 28,000 For more details, reach out to our admin. Okay. Today is a holiday, but still you can message them. My team will try to respond to you by tomorrow. And one more question from Abhinav. Do you have night shifts for VAPT? VAPT, most of the VAPT jobs are regular shift. Only in case if you are supporting for European countries, it will go till night 11 o'clock. Okay, that is the afternoon shift. Apart from that, VAPT are always regular shift. SOC analyst are 24/7. Again, I am telling you, SOC analyst jobs are monitoring jobs. So it will be like regular shift, morning shift, evening shift, night shift. That's the reason we'll ask freshers to do this certification and training. The reason is nowadays fresher recruitment is a little slow. That once you do this certification, experienced guys will not prefer for the night shift. So as a fresher, first 1 year at least, you may work in this SOC analyst with bearing that night shift. You can work till you get the experience. Pen testing or DevSecOps, which is good. So remember, pen testing, CPENT or OSCP penetration testing is more about hacking. If you are more passionate of hacking, you get into CPENT and OSCP. If you are more about building your profile and you need more package within a short span of time. Here, ECD is 1 month program. This training and certification is enough for you to crack a job and get into the DevSecOps. You get a good salary. 3 years of experience, 18 lakhs you can earn. CPENT OSCP, here also you can get more salary. 3 years of experience, you can learn 20, 25, 30 lakhs. But the thing is, to achieve this, you require 6 months to 1 year of time. Training will be done in 6 weeks, these two programs. But after the training, doing a follow-up, practicing the labs, practicing the challenges, and then clearing the exam will take up to 1 year. The schedule is like we are starting with JOP and DevSecOps now. After my JOP, I'll take care of SOC and Sudhams will take care of cloud. CPENT and OSCP will start from January 15th. If you are completely new and if you want to do the complete or deep cybersecurity or ethical hacking program, you start with JOP. By the time we finish JOP and SOC, CPENT will start. Okay, that's how like you can include both and you can become a really good ethical hacker. Can I practice with the laptop or do we have some labs necessary? We'll provide you all the open source labs, paid labs, which comes from EC Council, and also some of the tools or lab setup in the laptop also. All the possible ways will help you to practice all these labs. Yes, give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. I'm getting some important calls. DevSecOps timings will be in the evening hours, 7:30 to 8:30 or 8:45. I have 1.5 year experience in non-IT. Which one is suitable? I would say JOP plus one course here, either DevSecOps or SOC or Cloud for experienced candidates. I'm going through the questions. 5 plus 5 plus years of experience, JOP eligible. Yes, with JOP alone also you can try for a job with 3 years, 4 years of experience. These specializations are for additional advantage. Class timings for DevSecOps is 7:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. Fine, guys. How many of you have attended any of my previous workshops or demos? Respond in the chat. SOC Unleashed or VAPT, which one is good for career? Ethical hacking is offensive, SOC Unleashed is defensive. So you should learn both. That is my advice. Because you would have seen, right? Like among police, bad police or a police who acts like a thief, they do the best job. Here also same thing. If you know hacking only, then you can detect some of the attacks in your company. Okay, 3 or 4 members have attended my previous demo. Okay, fine, guys. I'll do one thing. Because of lack of time, I'm not going to perform the lengthy labs for our ethical hacking labs. Very simple one I'll try to do now. Those who are attended my program, around 5-6 members are there. Don't answer it in the first attempt. Okay, give chance for the others. Because DevSecOps will be very interesting. All the experienced candidates stay connected. We'll go through the DevSecOps theory and then the practical labs. Everyone who are looking for DevSecOps, you get a fair idea about how DevSecOps will work. And the 10 minutes, we'll get into the DevSecOps. If you have any more questions, you can respond in the chat. For those who are completely non-technical or new to the cybersecurity, I'll show you some of the simple hacks. You try to answer it. Okay. Lot of job opportunities are there. No need to worry about cybersecurity. Recession, no recession, whatever it is, cybersecurity demand will be always there. I'm taking one simple application. Okay. I want you to log into that application. Again, I'm telling you, those who are already knowing the subject, don't answer it. I'm sending you this link. If I ask you, try to hack this website or try to give me the username and password to sign into this application, how do you do that? Normally, there is a website, and if you want to log into a website without knowing the credentials, you try with all common credentials, right? Or you may try with some kind of special characters. Give a try for 2 or 3 minutes and let me know. Yeah, there is a attack called SQL injection vulnerability. Normally, along with the SQL injection vulnerability, common credentials also we can track. When you purchase some router or some device, common credentials will work. Admin 1 2 3 4, admin 4 stars. I'm giving you admin and I'm giving admin and admin. I'm able to get admin access. One more attack is you provide 1 or 1 is equal to 1. There is no user as such in the database. Will there be any user with name called 1 or 1 is equal to 1? No. But still, when I try 1 or 1 is equal to 1 for username and password, I'm able to log into the account. I'm able to get admin access. This will work for 1 out of 10 websites online. You can search any websites online. Go like some college websites or matrimony websites. You just search, try to log in with that. You can search job sites, matrimony sites, students portals, or government portals. Any portals you can search. This is one of the most common attack is SQL injection. You provide username and password. Okay, click on login. It is working now. Okay, don't take any phone numbers. Just the way how you log in, log out as it is, because that is not the authorized activity. I'm just trying. That's it. Okay. Happy marriage. Did I log in? Yes or no? The second case. First, yes, I have logged in. Second website also, I'm able. Did I get the? Am I successfully logged in or not? Yeah. I have used username as 1 or 1 is equal to 1 and password as 1 or 1 is equal to 1. Again, I'm telling you, I don't know this website. I'm just giving you some demonstration. Don't modify any details or don't read any details. Don't collect phone numbers. The way how you log in, you just log out. This will not happen for all the websites. Some websites where they don't maintain properly, where the security is not good, then only this works. Am I an admin account or it is a non-admin account? The third website. What do you say? Is this admin account or non-admin account? This is admin. You see here, super login. 2000 plus members are there, and everyone has their contact, phone numbers, email address, everything will be there. Anyhow, today's new arrivals. Okay. Don't go through these details. This is just for demonstration. We are not the authorized person to modify or to read. I'm just revealing one of their vulnerability or a hack. Where is the logout? Here, logout. Find that. This is called SQL injection vulnerability. This is one of the techniques. You are going to learn 30 to 50 techniques like this. This is like a technique, SQL injection vulnerability, we call it. Okay, and like this, even for file uploads, we can upload some viruses, we can upload some backdoor to get the session to the system or a mobile. Lot of attacks are there like that. As part of your cybersecurity program, you are going to learn all these techniques. To learn these techniques, you need the knowledge on database, web technologies, operating system, computer networks. That's it. Fine, guys. Any questions on cybersecurity? We'll move on to the ethical hacking in the next, we'll move to the DevSecOps in the next 3 minutes. Any more questions? No questions now? All of you waiting for DevSecOps? Okay. Okay, one question. What is the logic behind this? 1 or 1 is equal to 1. That is the question from Priyanshu. And one more question. I have 8 years of experience in non-IT. Which course is better for me, SOC or any other? For 8 years of experience, I would say JOP plus DevSecOps. SOC is a secondary skill. Primary skill is always, you see here, all the programs have JOP. This is mandatory program, job-oriented program where you are going to learn about hacking, ethical hacking. This is mandatory. Secondary skill, you can choose any of this, but based on the market demand, I would say DevSecOps or cloud. SOC, I would prefer for freshers. Freshers to 2 years, ethical hacking plus SOC. That I would prefer. Okay. Please share course content for ethical hacking. Yeah, our administrator will share you the course content for ethical hacking on SOC and cloud. You guys just message them, or if you are in the group, we'll share it automatically. It'll come in the group, WhatsApp group. CH class timings morning 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Indian Standard Time. November 3rd, DevSecOps November 5th. Okay, last 2 minutes. Then we'll move on to the DevSecOps. One more question from Rohit. Can we get recorded sessions if we miss the class? Yes, of course. We'll share you the recorded videos. You can download those videos forever. We don't have any restrictions. Only restriction is don't share videos to others who are not enrolled for our training programs. We share the videos to make your work easier whenever you miss some sessions or if you want to practice the labs, we share the videos. DevSecOps class timings are in the evening hours of India, 7:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. DevSecOps. How can we clarify the questions if we attend the recorded videos? Very interesting question. We have a technical team that will be available from morning 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. in the evening on all working days. We have around 5 members up there. They will help you to clarify all your doubts, or you can get into the office also, no issues. One more good question. How many days it takes for me to get a job? Okay. One more question. Ethical hacking program timings in the morning is 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. JOP will take 2 months and plus additional 1 month of time for you to practice and to get familiar. Total 3 months of training. in case if you are attending DevSecOps, that will be done along with JOP. Assume like within 3 months, you are either done with JOP or JOP plus DevSecOps. Once you are perfect in that, the maximum time what we quote is 3 plus 3 months. 3 months of training and 3 months of job search. The minimum time is 2 months of training, and after 2 months, the first week itself, you got a job. That also happens. It all depends on the candidate. In case a person who is very good, technically good, and they are able to learn well, I would say like 2 months of training and another 1 month. Within 3 months, they can crack the job. Can we join only for DevSecOps? It is not going to help much. Learning DevSecOps, basically, you need to have the cybersecurity basics. You reach out to the offline team, they'll guide you one more time to clear your doubts. What are the certification fees? Yeah, I'll tell you the certification fees. If you talk about only training, assume like there are no certifications. All these training programs are 20,000 each. If you're going for certification, JOP 20K, SOC 20K, these two certifications, no? CH is 36K and CSA is 28K. Okay. And other certifications also priced at 28K. From this row, from this column, all are 28K as an offer price. Normally it is 42K, 42 or 45. CPENT and OSCP. As I said, OSCP will cost you 2 lakhs. CPENT will cost you 55,000 plus tax. I know like most of you are new into cybersecurity. So you can take about CPENT and OSCP decision in Jan or Feb. Before that, finish JOP and one specialization in the next 2 months. Job market will be good from December after US elections. Siromani Mesa. Is the training for SOC Analyst and JOP held one after another? Those are held one after another because I am the only trainer for that. One more question from Kiran. Is CH from EC Council Certification Board? Yes, of course. Certified ethical hacker, you should get it from EC Council, not from any other institute. Regular classes of cybersecurity starts from November 13th. November 13th, cybersecurity, ethical hacking, penetration testing, all are same. SOC Unleashed also November 13th. The only thing is, I conduct these sessions one after another, but the basics of SOC are also covered in ethical hacking. There are some discounts. That discount, you can reach out to the admin team. Okay, 20 plus 20. In case if you are at a time getting enrolled for these two programs, you may get some offer. Pricing wise, I have just told whatever I remember. Reach out to the admin team. They'll tell you any kind of offers. You can ask me any technical questions here. The regular prices I am telling you, in case any further discounts, reach out to them. I see a question from Rohit. Yes, you can crack the certificate. DevSecOps training starts from 5th. Just one more day left. From Tuesday onwards, 7:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. of Indian Standard Time, DevSecOps will start. Fine, guys. Any last question? I'll hand over it to Sudhams. Shabina, JOP 20K, DevSecOps 28K plus tax, yes. What about CH? As I said, CH is 36 plus tax. Separate exam fees, that is 36K plus tax. But maybe like, again, I'm saying you, there are some discounts. They'll try to adjust with some more additional discount with respect to the tax. Pranit, is it CH version 13? Yes, of course. Version 12 and version 13, they have changed some questions and pattern. But our course curriculum will cover that. You will be able to clear it, no issues. They have added artificial intelligence into the CH version 13, but we are going to cover those concepts. That's not a problem. Fine, guys. Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, any questions, again, like I know, like this is a workshop and kind of a demo. You may have some more questions. You get it after the training program, after the workshop. You can reach out to the admin team. This is my number 854-999-5000. He's my team, technical support team. Maybe if possible, he will try to include me to the conference today itself. Or else tomorrow I'll be available, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Talk to him. In case if you are not satisfied, ask him to put into the conference. I'll be available. Okay. Hi, Sudhams.
Hi.
Okay. I'll hand over to Sudhams. Okay. He'll be sharing the screen and he may give you some 10-15 minutes of overview about DevSecOps. Some theory, will not cover much. 15-20 minutes of theory. Then directly we'll see the labs so that we get a better understanding how DevSecOps field will be there. What kind of servers, how it works, what kind of jobs. I think he gives you more details. I'm trying to put everyone go on mute except Sudhams. He'll take it from now onwards. Okay, go ahead, Sudhams. You can share the screen.
Hi, everyone. This is Sudhams. Let me share my screen. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce first. I'm Sudhams, and I have approximately 12 plus years of experience. I have worked on different technologies. I have worked as a DevSecOps engineer, cybersecurity engineer, and also I have worked as a DevOps engineer. I started my career as a certified Linux Red Hat engineer, and my certifications are RHC, RHCSA, AIX, ITIL, Six Sigma, I have done AWS Cloud Associate Architect certification also. I have done DevSecOps certification. So these are all my certifications. I wanted to first of all share my personal experience of certification, right? Well, I got the job in on campus and also off campus. I joined in Honeywell Madurai, and parallelly I got Cognizant Chennai. I joined Honeywell, and after 4 or 6 months, I got the offer from Cognizant to join, and I have joined Cognizant. I was in bench in the Cognizant. So instead of wasting my time, I thought, okay, let's learn something and let's do something. What I have done is I have enrolled for the RHCA Red Hat Linux certification, right? At that time, I don't know anything about certification or any technology or anything. I just thought I have free time, I have money, I will do something with it. And I have enrolled for this course. I did my certification. I uploaded it in my organization. You won't believe, immediately I have got calls from the projects in the Cognizant bench, and I was selected for 2 projects just because I have done certification and I have updated my certification in my profile of the Cognizant internal for internal project selections. And later I have done AIX and ITIL Six Sigma. With these certifications, I was able to crack another interview easily, get my resume shortlisted and able to crack the interview in one of the product-based companies. So this is the importance of doing certification actually. It definitely adds you a little weightage on your profile. That is what I could tell. And let's start with DevSecOps. What is DevSecOps and how is it going to help us, right? Let's understand what is the DevSecOps full form. DevSecOps means development, security, operations. Before understanding what DevSecOps means, we'll try to have a little background of what is DevOps. DevOps means development, operations, engineer. One second. Right? So what this development operations DevOps engineer does is, let's take a small example of any company, any IT company, right? TCS, Infosys, or Oracle. Okay. Now let's see. There are two things here. One is consultation-based company and another is product-based company. And also they do the consultation. In these companies, TCS and Infosys will first try to go to the product-based companies and they say, hey, some part of your project, we will take care of it. You can outsource it so that you can focus more on your product development, right? And these consultation companies will actually try to do the more biddings. Whoever does for less bidding, they will try to get the project from the product-based company. In this flow, once this product-based companies give project to the TCS or whoever it is, what they do is they will try to gather the requirements. First thing, then they will design the product. Product can be not the physical product. They will actually design the logical, virtual software. Even the software application is also called as a product. And then developers will come, they develop the code, right? And testers will be there, they will test the development code. Then this will be deployed onto the servers. Then this application will be monitored from the servers. Now, if we see these different phases have different teams with multiple members, right? This requirement gathering people will gather the requirement. For example, they'll say, okay, there is a website and this website should have some 10 approximate options, and that 10 approximate options will have 10 different web pages, and it will have login page, registration page, and categories page, so that the public end users will be able to take care of their purchases or field work or do any kind of analytics if it is a stock website, these kind of things. They will prepare a document, this requirement people. Okay. And then design team will come into picture. Design team people, what they do is they will tell that this web page consists of registration button at the top of the right corner. Beside that, they should have a login page, login button. When end user clicks the login button, it has to redirect to the login form. Once the user logins, he has to land onto the landing page where different categories will show. They will develop a document design people with screenshots by drawing the boxes, names, categories, images, everything they will do. Now, this document will be called as high-level document. Okay. These people also design low-level document, which will be shared with the development teams. These development teams will consist of developers, right? What they do, based upon the requirement, the develop team lead or the architect will tell, based upon the budget, which technology they have to choose and which technology they have to go for. It can be .NET, C#, Java, React, PHP, all those things. And based upon those decisions, a small low-level document will be given to the each and every developer. Developer 1, developer 2, developer 3. In the same way, there will be again development team 2. Development team 2 will have 1 member, 2 members, and based upon the requirement, it will increase. Okay. Now, each and every development team will be given a different task. These people will be given a task to create the registration page, registration form, and connect this to the database. These people will be given another task. Create the database and create the login form and create the categories where each category will have their items. For example, if it is a mobile phone category, it will display the mobile phones. If it is desktops, it will display desktop. If it is clothes, it will display clothes. According to that, they will develop the application, right? Once they develop this application, how do they share it with each other? Does anyone know? Can someone answer how the code which has been developed by this developer 1 and developer 2 will be sharing the code among themselves? Does anyone know, or does anyone have any idea how the code is? Yeah, through the SCM tools, which are called GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab. Okay, these are the SCM tools in the market which are widely being used. They will not share using the WhatsApp, they will not share using email, they will not share using any other FTP tool, file transfer protocol tools. They will use these tools, they will have a user ID to log in, and they will upload into this website using their laptop, right? Now, do you see any kind of security being implemented when they are pushing their code from their laptop to these websites? No, we don't see. The only security that we see is VPN. If the company is using the VPN, the transfer of the code will be securely transferred. But if they don't use the VPN, if developer 1 is putting some credentials, secrets, or anything sensitive data in his code in the laptop, and if he is pushing the code with some commands to these portals, it is not monitored, or the developer will not know if it has any sensitive data, if it is sensitive data or not. He will not get any warning while pushing the code with a command. For that, we have one security tool called Talisman. Okay, this is an open source tool which the developer can install as a single usage, or the company can take a decision whether this can be centralized to all the developers. And when before they are pushing the code to these web portals, it will show us, hey, you have used some security sensitive data in your files while coding, and you need to recheck it or revamp it or correct it and then push it to the centralized tools, right? Now, this is one of the security tool that is being implemented by the DevSecOps engineer. DevSecOps engineer is he is none other than a cybersecurity engineer, where he knows in and out of security related tasks or vulnerabilities, and he will be working closely with the development team or the architects or the DevOps engineers. DevOps engineers will be getting some inputs from the DevSecOps engineers, and based on that, they will integrate it into their current setup. Now the code has been pushed into the SCM. Now the next thing is it has to be tested, right? How does it's being tested? The QA engineers, they will have some of the manual tests written and they test it, right? And they have some automations written. That automations are called Selenium scripts. They will write the code and they will execute the code, and that code will automatically open the browser. It will open the browser, right? It will type in the portal name. It can be anything, Flipkart, whatever the portal name that you will use. It will open the website. It will click this option. Each and every test case will be tested using that Selenium automation scripts. If the team does not have any Selenium automation engineer, they will do manually. The manual testing engineer will open the browser. He will enter the URL. He will choose the product. He will see if it is working or not. This task will be done by manual testers. They will have a tool software where they will write the test case. Okay, you go here, you enter this, you see the page loads. Yes. You don't see the page loads. No. He will test it. He will say yes. He will say no in that software, right? Now, this testing does not has testing on the code which is written by the developer. Test engineers will not test the code which is developed by the development team. Okay. They will test only the final product which is created by the developer and deployed into the servers. For testing the code libraries, every code will be having libraries. Code will not be written from scratch. The developers use some libraries to import in their code and they do customization to their code. For testing the code libraries, there is another tool called Sneak. Okay. This tool, what it does is, it has the capability of testing the Java. For example, let's take Java. Java code will have form.xml and it have dependency libraries. For example, what is a simple dependent library in our website? It can be a date and time function. Let's say my portal has to show time and date somewhere in this one. The developer does not need to write the code to show the time and date. There is already written functionality for that, and the developer can write the name of that library in one of the file of their code, and that functionality will be imported. Okay. What if that library has any vulnerability? Then it is going to corrupt the complete website or the complete project. For scanning of that kind of vulnerabilities, we use Sneak tool. Okay. Now we have another technology, right? Recently, we are hearing a lot about another technology which is Docker, right? Developers will create the code and they build the code into a package. What is the package? First, let's try to understand what is a package. I'm pretty sure that all of you have Windows systems and installed some software package. It could be VLC player, right? What you do, you go to some VLC website, download the VLC software. The extension of that VLC software is for Windows is .exe file. You double click that and it will be installed on your system. right? So what is the package for a website? This one. The package the developer will build from the code is var EAR from Java. If it is a Java, if it is a C#, he could build .exe. Okay, you don't see this var and jar extension here. You see these extensions when the code is, all the multiple coded files are built into a single package. That package will have an extension of .var or .ear. In the same way, how you have executable file for VLC, right? Okay. If you download this, you will get the package downloaded, and that package is .exe package. In the same way, var and EAR will be there, and you put this var and EAR on the web servers. Tomcat, for example, JBoss, and that package will be accessed in the form of a website from the Tomcat server. Okay, end users will be able to access that website using HTTPS web portal in this thing. Now, what happened is, it is taking a lot of time to build these artifacts and directly deploying them into deployment servers, which are Linux servers or AIX servers or Windows machines. Why? Because developer will deploy into this his machine or company's machine one, and he will say to client, hey, this website is loading. Can you please load this flipkart.com and see if it is working or not? It will work for him if he opens this website in the browser. But client will say that package which you have developed, it has to run on our servers, which we purchased, which are on our control. When we share this EAR, when he installs on the client machines, it will throw dependency errors. It will not work. Why? Because client does not install dependencies which are .jar files. So to get rid of this kind of dependency issues, there is a new technology which is called Docker. Using this Docker, they will create one package called Docker image. This Docker image, just share it with the client or whoever it is, and you are ready to spin up that application. Any system. If accidentally this system one goes down, and if you want to run this, you don't need to install all the packages from starting, which takes time. You just have the backup of this Docker image, and you run that, deploy that Docker image on the server, and that web portal will be running within minutes, in no time. So there is no security vulnerability monitoring or check for this Docker images. What DevSecOps engineer does is, he creates a vulnerability check report using Snyk again, right? Using Snyk, he can check the Docker images and their vulnerabilities, right? Now, even before Docker image is created, the developer has coded something in Java. It has to be tested whether the for loop or the functions or the parameters which are being passed or special characters are allowed in this function or not, or the field, login field. Just now, Hari has showed us 1 or 1 equal to 1 is a vulnerability, right? That field is accepted by the random website. That means that website is not properly checked or ran a report called SonarQube report. SonarQube is another tool, SAST tool, which is used to check the code written by developers, whether the code is having any vulnerabilities, whether the function login page fields are accepting any vulnerable parameters or not. It will check and it will give a report to the developers. See, you may think that, it's only login username and password. Why do we need a big tool which will analyze? In real time, the developers will code in thousands of lines and in hundreds of files. Checking each and every line of the code, 10,000 lines of code is difficult. So for that, we integrate SonarQube. And SonarQube will tell these many source code files are having vulnerabilities, and these kind of packages are vulnerable for the end user when he's trying to use our product software. And then there is another tool, security tool called Check-O. What this security tool does, it will check for the vulnerable misconfigurations which are done as a part of IAC. What is IAC? Infrastructure as a code. What is infrastructure as a code? We discussed that our packages needs to be deployed onto servers. So in real time, your Flipkart will be running at least 200 servers, Linux servers. That means this module is hosted in one place, login module. This become a seller module is hosted in server 2, server 3. This category items are deployed in server 6, server 7. So these kind of things have been divided into multiple servers with the name microservices, right? So they have at least 200 to 300 servers. To spin up these many servers manually, it will take at least 10 hours, right? Which will spin up, we need to spin up VPC, security groups, and then EC2 instance will need to spin up in the cloud, and proper ports have to be opened, and proper gateways have to be created, domain name has to be created. So to create these many things, it takes times. In that place, now people are using IAC, infrastructure as a code. What are the IAC tools? Does anyone know what are the IAC tools? Terraform, correct? And what is another tool? Any other tool? AWS tool? CloudFormation, right? Okay. There is another tool which is called Ansible. But Ansible is not considered as IAC tool completely. It is considered as configuration management tool. Okay, I'll tell you guys what it is later. Now let's focus on security. So whenever some DevOps engineer writes this IAC code in the form of Terraform or CloudFormation to create servers, multiple servers, to host our var package on the server so that we can access that website using a browser. Where do they deploy this var package? On the server. On this server, they will install Tomcat or JBoss, and inside the Tomcat JBoss, there will be one path where you need to put this var package. Once you have put that, it is accessible with the help of HTTPS protocol in your browser or in your friend's laptop browser. Okay. But whatever the thing he has written, DevOps engineer or SRE, does that have any misconfigurations or not? Is it deleting something else, or is it creating with a proper ports or traffic allowed into the servers or not? That will be taken care by Checkvo. This is another security tool which is used for vulnerability testing. Checkvo. There is now the website is available. Now, how do we test? Let's say this login is not accepting from the web page 1 or 1 equal to 1. These kind of scenarios, SQL injections, all these kind of scenarios, there is another tool called, which we need to, this is called DAST, which we need to run it, DAST, and then that particular tool will be able to identify the OWASP vulnerabilities. What is the tool name? ZAP. We will generate a report on the ZAP using these vulnerabilities. This is called DAST, Dynamic Application Security Testing. Now, we have these many tools, security tools, which needs to be implemented, right? How do we implement? When we have so many servers, so many DevOps tools that are being run, you cannot go ahead to each and every development team and say, hey, use our tool Snake for vulnerability testing of Docker images or your coded libraries, or use the SonarQube. There is another tool called JFrog for SaaS testing, but most of the industries use SonarQube. So these are all the tools which needs to be part of some pipeline, right? When a developer pushes his code to SCM, automatically the pipeline should run some stages. First stage consists of building the source code into a package, right? And checking the SonarQube, generating the SonarQube report for the code, and scanning the libraries in their code, and scanning the package which is created in the Docker image. Also, IAC code has to be checked when creating the servers. For doing this, there is one automation tool called, very famous automation tool, which is Jenkins. This is called CI/CD tool. Correct. There are another tool which does the same job in GitHub. It is called GitHub Actions. GitLab. Okay, pipeline. Bamboo. Okay, this is Atlassian tool. Atlassian is the company, Bamboo is the software tool for CI/CD. Bitbucket is Atlassian company product, which is SCM, to storing the code files in a centralized location. That URL will be shared among the people, and the different people will have approval permissions to approve the code, whether it is correct or not, based upon this SonarQube report. the architect or the manager or the lead will check the report and he will say the subordinate, hey, this is wrong. I'm not approving your code. You need to make changes. This Jenkins, let's now see the practical thing, how it is going to look like. Before this, I want to say that does DevSecOps engineer need to learn coding? No, not at all. Coding experience is not required. It is not mandatory for DevSecOps engineer. All he has to know is security concepts, what tools are used, how to integrate them, how to implement them. That's all. At what
Is,
level these tools will be used.
Is VAPT and DevSecOps are similar?
VAPT and DevSecOps is not similar. They have a little bit difference.
Like advanced of VAPT advanced is DevSecOps.
You cannot consider like that. See, in DevSecOps, you are the engineer is closely working with the DevOps engineer. Mostly it is related to integration of tools during the CI/CD pipeline, DevSecOps engineers. Okay. VAPT, what it means is vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. This is done at web portal level, mostly, right? They see scenarios by clicking. Okay, what happens if I click this button? Okay, what happens if I click this button? What happens if I click this button? What if I change the context path to something else? What happens? Will I be able to access the some other user data or not? Or let's say I'm connected to some Wi-Fi connection and you are also connected. You are accessing Flipkart and hacker will manipulate your traffic, okay, with some other data. And when you are entering the credit card details using some tool, he will be able to get the credentials of your credit card. These kind of vulnerabilities are identified at VAPT. Okay, but when it comes to DevSecOps engineer will closely work with the internal code vulnerability findings, or while pushing the code, plugins integration. Already there will be so many pipelines which will be developed by DevOps engineer or development teams, because I said the deployed servers will be 100 to 200, right? This is only one set of servers, 100 to 200. When I say one set, what is that set? It is a development environment set. How many sets will be there? Let's see. Then INT environment, then QAT environment, then there will be stage environment, then there will be prod environment, right? So this development environment will have at least 100 to 150 servers. This INT environment will have 100 to 160 servers. This QAT will have 150 to 200 servers. This stage will have 200 to 300 servers. Prod will have 200 to 300 servers. So what is this? When developers code something, before even deploying this var EAR packages into the public prod servers, they need to deploy that in the company's development servers. Do they deploy it to 100 to 150 servers? Yes, but development one team will use 10 servers. Development two will use 20 to 30 servers. Another development team will use 30 to 40 servers. And then they will deploy their 10 packages or 5 packages into 1 to 10 servers. This is a hectic process actually in the companies. They basically do it with a automation tool, because you don't take it manually and put it in one server, login into server one, put it in that, change the configuration files accordingly. It is a very hectic task. Manually you cannot do. You cannot deliver the product in 1 year or 2 years if this automation tool is not there. Okay. During this automation, there is no security being used without a DevSecOps engineer. The cybersecurity engineer who has understanding of security, he will work closely with DevOps team or development team internally, and he will collaborate all these tools into CI/CD, and he will test all the code written internally. That is the person who is called as DevSecOps engineer. Okay. Any other questions you have?
Yes. Yeah. Strivi is equal to the same snake.
Can you ask a little bit louder if you don't mind?
Yeah, actually, I am asking this Trivi. Trivi, have you heard? Trivi is the tool.
Yeah, Trivi is the tool. Yeah.
So Trivi is equal to the same like this snake.
Trivi is not completely equal to the Sneak. Why? Because Trivi also does the container image vulnerabilities. Mostly it does IAC, and also file system scanning it will do, Git repository. But when it comes to SNY, Sneak has the capability of scanning the libraries which are used in the code, form.xml. Let's say the library that I was telling about, which is time and date, which you wanted to print on your website, or the functionality of login, that particular code, or the functionality of this color theme. These libraries also can be scanned using the Sneak, but I don't think Trivi will be able to do that. So almost 60% is Sneak and Trivi are both same, but few places it is different. DevSecOps engineer can, assess which is more important, whether Trivi we need to use, whether Sneak we need to use. If someone is using Java code, and also he is building that into a Docker image, container image, he can use Sneak if he is not using the Terraform IAC. If the development team is using IAC and he is also using Docker images, maybe they can go for Trivi. And also, based upon the number of teams, the pricing will vary. The way how you negotiate with Trivi company, the company Aqua Security, you just go to this Sneak company and say, hey, we have this many repository, this many images, and we need to scan this many. What is your quotation? Whoever gives the best quotation, whoever the tool is more efficient, we will go with that. Whoever the tool company is giving more support. See, in software companies, people tend to purchase the software products or tools who give better support after purchase. That is what they mainly see, actually. So that is the difference between Trivy and Snake. It depends, but both have 60% similarities.
Sir,
Yeah. Next question.
DevSecOps similar to VAPT or like different?
It is different actually.
So do you need a
VAPT,
little bit coding knowledge or you don't require for DevSecOps?
see, DevSecOps does not need coding knowledge at all. Zero coding knowledge is required for DevSecOps.
Okay, so what is the job actually of a DevSecOps? Just helping the development team to develop code, is it? Or like what?
No, not to develop the code, but to make it more secure. Whatever the code they are developing, to make it more secure. The code whichever they have written to find out the vulnerabilities and way of
Web pen testing you have to do and check if it is safe or not, and then tell them, right?
yeah,
Okay.
you can do that. Yeah, you can consider that. See, pen testing is how do you do the pen testing? Tell me that. Let's pick up an example. Pen testing, what do you do in pen testing? You go to a website and
Try to hack it and see if the first I use Kali Linux to, I'll just copy that website link and then paste to find what are the vulnerabilities there. And depending on that, I'll do the testing. Like if it is
okay,
action vulnerability or XSS or
okay,
parameter tampering, all that.
okay, you'll do that. Will you be doing that at the code level also? No, right?
No, sir.
No. That is where the DevSecOps engineer comes into the picture. Each and every line of the code which is written by developer, either it can be PHP, it can be Java, C#, .NET, any other code, any code it is.
Okay.
Python, Golang, each and every line of the code will be analyzed. Each and every code function parameters, arguments are tested, whether some of the arguments are declared and not being used in some other file, or they don't have proper public private. If you know, when you are writing a function, you mention public private, whether the function is only accessible by those libraries or not. These kind of analysis will be done by the Sneak tool, SonarQube tool.
Okay. SNYK, right.
Who does this SonarQube and Sneak tool integration? DevSecOps engineer does that.
Okay, sir.
Whether Sneak is better or Trivy is better, who does that analysis? DevSecOps engineer does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Shubham. My name is Raja. So,
hi.
Hi. So, after this, what are the main tools we'll cover in the DevSecOps course?
In DevSecOps, we will cover Talisman, okay?
Okay.
Sneak, SonarQube, Checkvo.
Okay.
And I will be explaining SBOM, Zap, and will be taking care of, if possible, I will also show you Trivy.
Okay.
If time permits. See, I will try to show you guys how to integrate these tools with CI/CD pipelines also. In the next 10 minutes, I will show you the Jenkins CI/CD pipeline, how the pipeline looks, what stages, what tools we have implemented. And also, if time permits, after all the tools that I have mentioned now, if there is more time, I will also show you the plugins which can be installed at the IDE level. While coding itself, the developer while coding itself, he will get to know.
Okay. So after all this installing the tools, is it the regular job, the DevSec engineer job to monitor the continuous tools?
Yes, DevSecOps engineers will check the vulnerabilities and it will be reported to the development lead, and development lead will take the action based upon what kind of thing it is. And this tool's upgradation will be taken care by DevSecOps engineer. The tools will be getting upgraded, right? There will be versions upgradation.
Yeah, yes.
Even that will be taken care by DevSecOps engineer.
DevSecOps. And is it the same tools used in the Azure environment also? Is it for only AWS?
It is used same in across the environments. Now I will show you on your laptop, on Windows machine servers, how it is being integrated or installed. Later, I will show you Azure Cloud. You will spin up a virtual machine, Ubuntu virtual machine. There we will have some of the tools installed, and we will also try to test.
Sir,
So
if you learn one platform, it is similar. There will be little bit of changes. You will be maybe changing the configuration file, how the environments or variables are set. But if you understand the
course, yeah, please go on, please.
If you understand one platform, on one platform, the remaining things will be similar. But I will show you on Windows machine and also Azure, Ubuntu machine.
Okay. So during our course, we will be practicing in the AWS environment, or?
First, we will mainly focus on our laptop, Windows environment.
Okay.
I will see how fast the students are catching up, capable.
Okay.
Based upon that, I will quickly show you to spin up the Azure VM machine, Ubuntu machine with the templates. I will give you the templates also. You don't need to spend time in spinning up and doing all the installations. But on our platform, I will show you how to install Docker. I will tell you basics of Docker. I will tell you basics of Git. I will tell you the basics of Sneak tool, how it is integrated, SonarQube, installation of SonarQube, how take an Java example code, how that is pulled into the Jenkins, how to build the Java code, which tool is being used, Maven is being used to build the Java code. I will show that also.
Sir,
Go on, Siddharth.
Sir, as a cybersecurity analyst, I mean, is it good to learn DevSecOps engineer? And is it easy to learn for a cybersecurity analyst?
I would say it is easy, definitely easy. And
qualification I have is master postgraduate diploma, master diploma. So that's
Siddharth, I will tell you one thing, Siddharth. In my total experience, I have trained diploma people, polytechnic people, degree people who has done BCom, commerce, who has done arts.
All right.
I have trained people with these degrees and got them job into IT industry.
Okay, sir.
All you need is degree certificate. That's all. And good grasping knowledge, who can understand concepts, who can answer the questions in interview. That's all. It doesn't matter which degree you have done.
Okay, done.
Hi, Sudhams.
Hi.
Actually, just I want to ask one thing. Like you told, you will do all the setup in the local Windows machine. So might be there is some configuration challenges will come because we are having some restriction like 8 GB, 4 GB RAM or something.
Yes, prerequisites. Yes.
Prerequisite is required. So is there any prerequisites is required for this one? Because
yes,
people are having some configuration. Then we are taking in the AWS and we are taking the Windows from that one from the AWS.
Definitely, I agree with you. There is a prerequisite for this one. You need to have 4 GB RAM, at least 50 GB hard disk in your laptop. I thought of showing you everything in the cloud itself, AWS or Azure. But the problem is, if you are doing the things in AWS or Azure, it will be little slow when you are trying to build the server, or when you are trying to install something, or when you are trying to access something. Your cursor will take time to move, click the button, respond to that.
But there is multiple instances are there. So if you take
In
some,
the Indian region, we can select and do that, right? That is what you are referring, is it?
no, multiple instances are there, like some T2 mediums, T2 micro. Like, so micro is the free of course, but if you choose the medium or some extra large, so
We will choose the free instance itself. It is not about the money. Our open source lab practicals and all, we can run it on free instance itself. I will show you in Azure how to do that in the Azure Ubuntu machine. We will cover that one also. If your laptop is not capable enough, then we will definitely, I will show you Azure cloud also. I will show in our local Windows laptop. If someone is not capable enough to run that practice lab in local laptop, I will show you how to log in into AWS, how to spin up the free EC2 instance with Windows OS. And then whatever I show you in the local laptop, you can do the same thing by spinning up and connecting to the EC2 AWS instance or Azure VM machine and do the same thing. I will show you both the examples on our laptop and also on cloud.
Hi, Sudham.
Yes.
There are many phases, right, to develop the code.
Agree.
In which phase DevSecOps engineer get into picture? I mean, what is the role of DevSecOps engineer?
See, requirement gathering, let's consider this one as phase one. Designing, let's consider this one as phase two. From phase two, DevSecOps engineer role will start. But in designing phase, if your company is small, as a DevSecOps engineer, you will be sitting in the design phase with all the other people. If your project is larger, with 20 people, 40 people, 60 people, a cyber security architect will be sitting in the design phase. Okay. Next, he will be developing a low-level document on which tools needs to be implemented in the phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. And that document will be shared to you as a DevOps, to the DevSecOps engineer. And that DevSecOps engineer take the low-level document and he will try to implement all these tools, working closely with the DevOps engineer or developers or QA engineers, and do that. In phase 2 and phase 3, this DevSecOps engineers will come into picture. If your company is small, then you will be sitting from the design phase. If your company is bigger one and your architect is a broad-minded person, he will send you the invite to sit in the design phase also. But mostly the work will be in phase 3 and phase 4, development and deployment, testing.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Code's content is already shared. I have, I think you, whoever is interested, they can get in touch offline and the code's content will be shared with you guys. Yes, source code reviewing is a part of DevSecOps engineer. But whatever the report generated by the tools will not be checked and given a recommendation by DevSecOps engineer. The code changes, he will tell in the high level that this is the vulnerability. Maybe you need to choose this one. You can recommend, but if you are having the coding knowledge, then you can tell them the code lines also. You can write the lines and hey, take this, and if you have that understanding. If you don't have that coding understanding, the tools will cleanly, neatly tell you where is the problem, and DevSecOps engineer will create a Jira, assign it to the development team by telling that what is the vulnerability, how it will affect, all those things. Any other questions before we go into the practical small demo? Super. Okay, let's.
Yeah.
Okay. There is one question from Amrishu. Difference between site reliability engineer and DevSecOps engineer. See, site reliability engineer means SRE who mainly works on IAC, Terraform or cloud formation. For one project, if you count all these different environments and the number of servers, you can literally see that 600 servers, minimum to minimum 600 to 700 servers. Minimum to minimum 600-700 servers. To create one server with proper security groups, all those things, it will take at least 200 clicks of your mouse, right? And navigating here, there, to that page, this page and all, at least 30 times. Okay, 100 clicks, 30 different navigations, and waiting to create these many 700 servers is not a small task. That is where SRE engineer will create the Terraform code or cloud formation code. Okay, he literally writes the code. Okay, SRE. He writes the code, he pushes that code into the GitHub or Bitbucket, and he executes that code to create, destroy, or make changes to the environment servers. Okay. Now, there is no security. SRE will not check for misconfigurations of this code. DevSecOps engineer will come into picture and says, hey, let's use some tool which is available in the market like Sneak to check for the loopholes or misconfiguration. What is a misconfiguration? Let's say the SRE is creating a server by telling, for the sake of testing, he will say, allow traffic to this EC2 instance from every part of the globe, every port, everything. And he forgot because he has written at least 30 files of code with at least 500 lines of the code. And he forgot about that. And he pushed it to GitHub. Maybe he has pushed some security tokens also, right? SRE engineer, but he will not scan the code because it is not SRE's job to check for security vulnerabilities. It is DevSecOps engineer's job to check those vulnerabilities. He will install this. He will tell that IAC code has to be scanned. DevSecOps engineer will tell that IAC code has to be scanned, check for any misconfigurations, and report it to SRE engineer. Hey, you have done it very wrong. Create a Jira ticket and assign it to SRE. That is the difference. SRE, site reliability engineer, will just code, take care of created infrastructure, but DevSecOps engineer will find out for different tools in the market and he will say we will integrate those tools to secure our code for creating the servers. That is DevSecOps engineer job. Both are different, completely different. Amrish. Any other questions?
Sir, will I get a certificate for attending this webinar, sir?
This workshop you will be getting from EC Council. There is a
No, sir, for attending this video, this session right now, 10 to 1. Will I get any certificate for that?
Yeah, you will get. That is what Hari has told, right?
Okay. That time I think.
Yeah.
I'm a bit late, so that's the reason I asked.
No worries, no worries.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, anytime. Any other questions? We'll wait for
No,
10
sir,
seconds.
You can move on to tabs.
Okay, sure. Now I have created a Jenkins, right? And I have created a pipeline which consists of different stages and different security tools that has been integrated. See, this is pipeline, guys. This is the stages view. This page is called stages view. And what is the landing page? Any website, when you enter the credentials, wherever you log in, that is called landing page. After entering the credentials, when you land, that is called landing page. Okay, this is what Jenkins is, right? In this Jenkins, I will show you what and all I have done. First thing is, for doing this practical lab, first thing is we need to have a Java code, which we need to clone it from the GitHub into our laptop or wherever this, code you need to run into your laptop or the cloud VM or somewhere. Wherever the Jenkins is running, it has a prerequisite to run Java 11 or 17. I have installed this one, and we need to set the environment variables for the Java. I will tell you what is environment variable and what is setting of environment variable when we join the class, start the class. Then I have installed SonarQube software, okay, with the help of Docker image, and I have started the Docker container for that SonarQube. I have not installed the SonarQube as a .exe file. I have installed SonarQube and ran SonarQube as a Docker image in the Docker engine. Okay, I'll show you, don't worry. You just try to understand what are all the I have done here. Just that is more than enough. Then to run our code, I have installed Maven. Okay, what is Maven? Maven is a build tool. Right? There is another build tool, Ant. There is another build tool, MS Build. What are these tools? These are also softwares which you need to install on your machine. These are installed mostly by developers, not DevSecOps engineer, not any other cybersecurity engineer. That does not install, but these are installed by mainly 100% developers, 20 to 30% by DevOps engineers, to just understand how the code is being converted into a package. Code is written in files, when you use this tool, install it on your laptop and execute some command like this or something else, the code written in all the files will be converted into a package. What is that package? It can be exe, jar, ar, war. What do you do with these packages? Take this package and put it on a web server, something like Tomcat, in some directory, and you will be able to access the website. If it is .exe, it is called as standalone package, which will run on your laptop, like VLC player, calculator, putty, PowerPoint, all these things. Okay. Maven is used because as a part of the CI/CD pipeline, I'm building the software. Okay. Build tool, yes. And then Zap. Zap tool is used to do the DAS testing. A website will be tested and what kind of vulnerabilities are there. I'll show you that also, don't worry. Then pip, Python pip has to be installed, okay, for setup tools, dependencies for this one. Then Checkbook. This is used for IAC vulnerability scanning. Then we need to install the Docker plugin so that Docker Jenkins plugin will be communicating with our Docker desktop where the SonarQube is running. Then we need to create the tokens in the Jenkins, right? Now, after doing all these installations on a server, Jenkins pipeline is ready. Okay. Now, when you after landing page, you will have so many projects. You call this one as a project. In real time, this is project 1, project 2, project 3, project 4. Development teams will have their own project folders. Okay. Development team will click this and he will go here. Then this is called pipeline job. This pipeline job, how is it configured? With the help of new item. How the project is created? By clicking on new item and selecting this, any of the option, okay, and this will be created. While creating this one, you will also give pipeline. What is pipeline? It will tell Jenkins what it needs to done stage 1, what it needs to do in the stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. For our current pipeline, I have done this thing. Maven, stage 1, compile and run Sonar analysis. Okay. Then another stage, build this one. Inside this, what is happening? This is what is happening. It is using the Docker registry credentials. I told you the written code will be converted into a package. In this case, the package is Docker image and it is being pushed into Docker Hub. Next, run container scan. Okay, it is running the container scan, whether the container which we are running will have any vulnerabilities. Then sneak SCA, right? It is checking for the library, the code library vulnerabilities, whether any old upgrade libraries are being used or not. I will show you later. Then this is Zap tool, which is DAST testing of your web portal. After the web portal is launched, you need to give the which portal you need to do the testing here. Without permission, we cannot do DAST testing for any portal, guys. Like Flipkart or inside your company's portal, we need to have the owner's permission, or else it will be a problem. This is example.com. This is just a random domain, and we are doing testing for that. Then check what it is doing. The infrastructure's code scan it is doing. This is the Jenkins pipeline. Okay. Now I will try to build it by clicking the build now. Let's see what happens. To check the job output, you can go here. There will be a arrow mark. You can click on console output. Okay. Or else you can go here. You can come to this particular stage. If you want to see the logs of that particular stage, you can click this one. See, it will tell us which is the SCM where our Jenkins file is placed, where the code is being fetched from. All these things will be shown here. Stage wise log, this one. This one console output is complete job, this job log. It is failed. Let's see why it is failed. I'm going to the complete job, okay? From starting log, it will show. Right? What I will do now is Control F, fail. Okay? I'll do this one. It will show me all the failed 6 entries. I will check each and one entry. Okay. While looking at this one, I found that failed to connect to this URL, localhost 00 on this port number. Connection refused. Unable to execute sonar scanner analysis. Failed to get bootstrap. Okay. Why is it happening? Because SonarQube server is not running. Now I will start the SonarQube server. How do I start the SonarQube server? Go to the Docker desktop. This installation has to be done. Image has to be downloaded. Then we need to set the ports. Then we need to start it. I will show you when this is there are many things that we need to do, and I will tell you guys what. Sorry. Now the SonarQube is running, right? Now I'll go to job again. I can click this arrow mark. I can click on restart from stage, or I could say build now. Anyways, you can do. Let's see SonarQube is running or not. Let's wait, guys. Let's wait. Yeah, now the SonarQube is loaded because Docker has been started. And inside SonarQube, we need to create the project, whichever the project name we are giving. Again, it is failed. Why? Because by the time it has run, the Sonar Cube was not up yet. Again, I have started the build. I think still it is not started. It is in maintenance. It takes time. If once this is started, it will look like this. Okay. Let's see what we have here. I have clicked on logs. I have clicked on this one. It will show Sonar Cube report. See, build has been successful and a report has been generated in the Sonar Cube. If we log in into the Sonar Cube, it will show us the number of vulnerabilities and number of code lines, JUnit test cases coverage, all those things. We'll go to, meanwhile, I think it is taking time, guys. Just give it 2 more minutes. Meanwhile, we will see the paused job. This is build. This is the stage where MVN command is executed and all the source code files are getting converted into package. The code has been compiled and converted to a package. See, build successful. Docker image has been created and it has been pushed. Right? Now, run container scan. Sonar Cube is up, guys. I'm logging in. If I run the build now, it will get passed. We'll see sneak. We have run the sneak for form.xml, Java libraries. These are all the libraries. Okay, sub libraries which are being used as a part of this Java project. Form.xml. There is a form.xml file in the Java. Every Java project will have form.xml. Inside that, dependencies will be declared. Okay. I will show you the identified issues also. See, 100 dependencies are used. Sorry, 100 dependencies are known for issues and 107 issues are found. 107 vulnerabilities are found. 7 are critical, 20 are high, 16 are medium, 64 are low. These things have to be fixed by development teams. We need to create a Jira ticket and it has to be assigned to that development team. Okay. This is how Sneak has identified the sub-libraries. If we keep on scrolling, we'll also find out other vulnerabilities from the Docker image. See, issues to be fixed by upgrading. There are some libraries which are being used with the old version. So it is telling this one, this library, go here and MS SQL connector Java. We just need to copy this, put it in the Jira. I will show the Jira tickets creation also, how it has to be done, and then report it to the development team. This is how, see, Checkwo. Checkwo is telling ensure IAM policies does not allow permission management. In the Terraform code, developer has, SRE engineer has some vulnerabilities written, and it is telling how to fix that. We need to create a ticket, put this description, and assign it to the SRE engineer. Okay, this is how Checkvo has identified. Here is the report for SonarQube. 45 security issues. Okay, these kind of things will be shown in the SonarQube. So what it is happening is, this is the previous one 3 hours ago. Now it is building. It takes time, and it will push a report on the coverage, number of lines written in the code, and how many JUnit test cases are written, all those things. Like this, how many times the duplication of the code has been written. This will show. See, you need to implement this SonarQube. Quality gates, quality profiles, developers will create, but you need to create a branch on the project and implement this SonarQube, and also give a DevOps engineer how to integrate with CI/CD pipeline. I have shown you this one, right? This thing. You need to give it to development team or DevOps engineering team. See, it is done. Now it is building. This is what DevOps engineer will do, DevSecOps engineer will do, guys. Now, questions, anyone?
So, Raja, so whatever
Raja.
the tools SonarQube are like that we are using, so we need to give the tool deployment to the DevOps engineer, correct?
Yeah,
That
you need to
code
install.
to, yeah, we need to install that.
Correct. And also you need to report the vulnerabilities in Jira ticket, and it has to be assigned to the concerned team. Other questions?
In the SonarQube, is the continuous monitoring will be happen, or every time we need to run the
See,
code and we need to check the vulnerabilities?
no, it is continuous monitoring. If you see this Jenkins job, whenever developer is pushing some code in his SCM, automatically a build will be triggered. So it is
Yeah, I
continuous
got.
integrated.
Yeah, I got. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions from any other people? Okay. Now I will hand over it to Hari. Okay, how it is finding vulnerabilities. So basically, if you see this configuration, when I click this job is configured to pull the code from GitHub. Right? If you see this is the GitHub link where the Java code has been deployed.
Yes.
This is the Java code. Okay. This is the form.xml file. Whatever your Java code needs the library, here those libraries are mentioned. OpenJDK, Java Assist, Apache DB, org, Apache directory, all this. Okay. And if you go to source, you basically have different pages, login page, message page, index, all those things. Okay. And this is the Terraform file. Okay. We have maintained the Terraform file also here itself. In company, the Terraform file will be maintained separately with separate project. Okay. Jenkins file is also available here. So basically this Jenkins job has these details, pull everything from here. According to this, it will run MVN. It is a build tool which is running with SonarQube. It is telling run the Maven. Okay. And then push the stats to this URL, SonarQube URL. And the SonarQube will identify this Java code and it will scan this code. It will pull, Jenkins will pull the whole code and it will scan. That is how it is finding the vulnerabilities in this code.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, present market for DevOps engineer, DevSec engineer.
Your voice is breaking, Raja. Could you please ask again?
How is the market? The
See,
DevSec engineer.
Market is good. I have market is very good for DevSecOps, DevOps. Cyber security is equally and above. It is good. I would say cyber security, DevOps, DevSecOps. These are the main opportunities available in the market nowadays, is what my opinion.
So, as per your experience, if we apply for the DevSecOps jobs, so mostly they will ask interviews on the tools only, correct? Deployment process and the tools, how the tools will work and install it.
Correct. What kind of tools you have implemented? How are they going to identify? What are they going to identify? How will you integrate it? These kind of questions.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, anytime, much. Okay, sir. Could you please take over? Yes, and on tools, how to implement them, how to integrate them, and things. I think attendance is already noted. Yes, correct. Hari, sir?
2 minutes.
Yeah, has
Are you done from your end?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, great. Fine, guys. Any other questions, anyone? You can respond the chat or make use of the mic.
Sudhams, you told you are using like multiple tools. Suppose this tool is having multiple vulnerabilities, then in this case, how you will check it?
Can you ask again? Your voice got broke.
Yeah, like you told, like CheckOV or something, like you are using the tools.
Okay.
Suppose this tool is having vulnerabilities. Then
okay.
we find out, like, because we are checking the libraries and every other step, like we are using in the.
Yeah, it is. There are two ways. Okay. In the practical session that I have showed you, it is actually throwing to the console output in the Jenkins itself. Or you can append that to a text file and you can attach it in the Jira. Actually, that CheckOV is also showing the vulnerabilities in the console output of the Jenkins that I have shown just now. It is purely on the engineer how they want it to be. Yeah. Any questions? Any other questions?
Fine, guys. You can message your name, contact, and email address to the admin in case if you have not messaged here to get the workshop certification. This is just to get some credit points. Those are required even for interviews or also for any kind of certification. Rest of, in case if you have any more questions now, maybe we can connect offline. Not today, either today evening or tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Our technical team also will be available to answer your questions. They will pull in me and Sudhams, either of us, to clarify your doubts. Thank you, everyone. In fact, it is a very good session, 3 hours of workshop. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. We'll connect tomorrow again. Remember, DevSecOps is going to start from Tuesday onwards. Timings are 7:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes. Interested can get enrolled, and these 28,000 plus tax is offer price with offer kit from EC Council. That offer is applicable only for few kits, 15 to 20 kits. Once that is done, then it will be normal pricing like 42,000. Yes, it is 1 month course. Message to the admin, he provides you more details. He'll give you the any kind of offers or with cyber security or even ethical hacking or other certifications. Okay, then we'll catch up later. Bye bye.
Bye all.
Thanks, Sudhams. It is very good session.
Thank you, Harigan.